Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bulldog Winch 1.6 horsepower utility winch. This is a 3,500 pound winch, again with the 1.6 horsepower permanent magnet motor. It's going to be a great addition to your ATV or UTV. This is designed for 12 volt DC systems. It's going to feature the synthetic rope design that's going to measure 50 feet long. It's going to have a diameter of 4.8 millimeters. The rope is going to be protected pretty well with the aluminum hawse fairlead right here. That reduces wear and tear on the rope as you extend it out or bring it back in, and it's going to help the rope to respool correctly back around the drum. On the end of the rope is going to be a safety pin and clip, and then we're going to have the 1/4 inch forged steel safety hook with the spring-loaded clasp on it to prevent accidental disconnecting, and it's going to have the hand saver strap. Now with this winch, it does have a free-spooling clutch that's going to be controlled by an easily accessible dial here on the side of the winch. It has two positions, engaged and disengaged. With the unit engaged, that means that you're ready to winch. With it disengaged, that goes into free spool mode, so you can grab the line, extend it out pretty quickly to where you need it, and get connected. Right here is going to be the included 250 amp sealed contactor. So that is included. It's got the mounting bracket on the back. Mounting hardware is included for that. You want to get that mounted to an out-of-the-way location. The winch also comes with the mounting bracket for the actual winch. So right now I have the winch mounted to it. 4 pieces of hardware gets that fully installed together, and then 2 pieces of hardware holds the hawse fairlead onto that mount as well. That's just a generic base plate or L bracket for mounting the winch. Now please keep in mind that depending on your particular application, an ATV or UTV specific bracket may be required for your particular setup. It's also going to come with the necessary hardware for your installation. I also want to mention that the unit's going to come with 2 switches. So you're going to get your handlebar mounted mini rocker switch. It's going to control line in and line out from the handlebar of your unit or from the cab of your unit. It's going to come with the hardware and the bracket to get that installed. And then right here you're going to have the handheld controller with the female plug and wiring harness. So that's included as well. It's also going to come with this wiring harness. This wiring harness has the connectors to get connected to the contactor, as well as the handlebar rocker switch has as well. But this one's for the handheld remote. So same connectors, get it connected to the solenoid or the contactor here to send the signal to the winch. And then it's got the port right there that you can get mounted to an easily accessible location. That way you can quickly plug in or disconnect the handheld remote. When it's not connected, it does have the dust cap to go over the connection points to keep dirt and grime out of the connection points. So it does come with 2 switches, which is a pretty neat luxury and feature of the unit. When it comes to the braking system on the winch, we're looking at an automatic load holding mechanical in-drum brake. The winch is going to have a pulling capacity of 3,500 pounds with 1 layer of rope on the drum. With 5 layers of rope on the drum, the rated line pull is 2,100 pounds. With no weight on the rope, the line speed is 9.5 feet per minute with an amp draw of 11 amps. With max weight of 3,500 pounds on the line, the speed is 4.6 feet per minute with an amp draw of 180 amps. When it comes to the gear ratio, we're looking at 136 to 1. The drum diameter on the winch is 2 inches. Drum length is 2.9 inches long. These connectors right here, these are your battery leads. So it's really simple to get set up. Your short wires are going to be the wires that connect the motor, which is this area over here. So I do want to mention that the rope is at the center of the winch, so it's got that center drum design. You have the gearing and clutch on this side, and then you have the motor on this side. So the 2 short wires, these are going to measure 3 feet long, gauge 6 wiring. They're going to get connected to the color-coded terminals or posts right here on the motor side. These wires are going to run to the solenoid, and then the tips of the posts that they connect to are color-coded. And then you would have that mounted to a convenient out-of-the-way location. Then you're going to have your longer battery leads. These are going to be gauge 6. These are going to be 6 feet long. They would run from the solenoid or from the contactor to the 12-volt power supply to the battery. So pretty easy to get connected. All the connectors on the switches are going to be wire to wire when it comes to coloring. And then it has the quick connects on it, so you can easily get those connected. It's going to come with the rubber boots that goes over the terminals and connection areas, just to keep those protected, to keep dirt and grime and moisture out of the connection areas. Again, we got 3 feet long with the shorter ones, 6 feet long with the longer ones. Now I want to spend some time and go over the measurements of the winch. When it comes to the overall length of the winch, we are looking at about 12 3/4 of an inch long. Two width measurements I want to give you. Just measuring the width of the winch, so from this point here to this point here, that's going to give us a measurement of about 4 5/8 of an inch wide. If I include the bracket and the hawse fairlead, that's going to increase it to about 6 inches wide. When it comes to the height, just the winch itself is going to be about 4 7/8 of an inch tall. With it mounted on the mounting plate, that's going to be about 5 1/8 of an inch tall. We'll go ahead and flip it over, take a look at the mounting bracket and the mount holes. So this mounting plate, measuring the width, that's going to be about 6 inches wide. Measuring the height to the bottom of the fairlead, we're looking at about 5 1/4 inches. The mount holes on the base plate are going to be separated on center, talking about these 4 right here, by, that looks to be about 2.5 inches. Then going up and down, those are going to be separated by about 3 1/8 inches. And then the 4 holes here on the corners of the bracket or of the mounting plate, those are going to be separated on center by 4 15/16 of an inch. And then going this way, they're going to be separated on center by about 3 inches. That's going to do it for today's look at the Bulldog Winch 1.6 horsepower winch.